Today, we're going to put one simple four-letter word under the microscope. Now, it's a word you probably use every single day without even thinking about it. But what if I told you it's one of the most hardworking words in the entire English language? Yep, today we're deconstructing the word past. So, really, how complex can one little word be? Well, the answer is pretty complex. Past isn't just one thing. It's like a linguistic Swiss Army knife. It's a shapeshifter that does three completely different jobs. And, figuring out how it works is the secret to using it like a pro. And this right here, this is why we're really digging into this word. Past is so important that it made it onto the Basic English 850 list. That's a specially chosen group of words considered powerful enough to explain almost any idea. So mastering this one word doesn't just grow your vocabulary, it gives you a crucial tool for clear, effective communication. So let's break down the three different jobs of this four-letter powerhouse. We're going to explore how it can name something, describe something, and even locate something. First up, let's look at its most common role, giving a name to time itself. Okay, so first, let's talk about past as a noun. Now, when a word is a noun, its main job is to name something. So what does past name? Well, it names the huge abstract idea of all the time that has already happened. So when it's being used as a noun, past just refers to everything that's already taken place. It's a really simple, elegant way to talk about the entire stretch of time before this exact moment. The opposite of the future and different from the present. And here's a perfect example of that in action. In the past. See, in this sentence, the past is a thing. It's a specific period of time. It's the name for that whole chunk of many years ago. You can almost see it on a timeline, right? An easy way to think about it is this. When past is a noun, you can usually swap it out with the word history. And of course, its natural opposites are the future and the present. Simple enough. But what happens when it stops naming time and starts describing things instead? All right, on to job number 2. This is where past switches gears and becomes an adjective. Its new mission? To describe other nouns, to give them a bit more detail. As an adjective, past basically means completed or finished. It's a signal that an event or a state of being has ended. It's kind of like putting a big stamp on something that just says, this is over. Now look at this sentence. The harvest is past. Here, past isn't naming a time period, it's describing the harvest. What kind of harvest is it? It's a finished one, a completed one. That second part, it finished in October, just confirms what the adjective past already told us. Okay, hold on, because this is where things can get a little tricky. We've just walked right into a really common trap for English speakers. There's another word that sounds exactly the same, but has a totally different meaning. This slide lays out the difference perfectly. Past, with an ed, is always a verb. It's an action word. You passed a test. A car passed you on the highway. But past, our word, refers to time or position. So here's a simple rule to remember. If you're talking about an action of movement, you need past. For pretty much everything else, it's going to be past. So we've seen it name, time, and describe events. But our little powerhouse word has one more job to do, acting as a preposition. And in this role, it's all about showing relationships, specifically where something is located or the direction it's moving. When it's wearing its prepositional hat, past is super straightforward. It just means to move alongside something, to go by it or beside it. It really helps us map out movement in the real world. This example gives us such a great visual. You can picture it in your head, right? Someone is walking. Where are they walking? Past the museum window. The word past connects the action of walking to the location of the window, showing us the exact path he took. And to make it even clearer, you could easily swap in some synonyms here. He walked by the window. He walked beside the window. The meaning doesn't change at all. That's the power of past when it's a preposition. Naming, describing, and locating. That is 3 very different jobs for one single word. So let's pull it all together and see them all side by side. This chart just sums it up so neatly. As a noun, it's about time. As an adjective, it signals that something's done. And as a preposition, it shows position. What this really highlights is the power of context. The job that past is doing completely depends on the other words around it in the sentence. And that brings us right back to where we started. This one tiny word, a word considered essential for basic communication, is a master of multitasking. It's a perfect reminder that sometimes the most powerful tools in a language are the ones we think are the simplest. So, that leaves us with one final thought. If a simple four-letter word like past is hiding this much power, what other everyday words are out there doing complex jobs right under our noses? It's a great reason to stay curious about the language we use every day. Thanks for exploring this with me.